Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back on our YouTube account and we are looking at our guild bosses. Now Wrizz, of course, we know with the patch that just dropped this morning, his damage is up to 1 trillion. That is right, guys. You can now do 1 trillion damage on the guild boss. So the only two teams that we have found that have exceeded or hit this damage mark is actually a combination of course, Scarlet. Now, Scarlet, we are running with the eye to allow her not only additional haste, but also the critical strikes deal 30% more damage and upping her crit. Now, the next hero we look at is, of course, the boss killer, guys. Saurus, an absolute monster run with the Chaos Bringer. This is a very strong combination. Not only does he do an incredible amount of damage, but he also does heal our entire team. Now, then we're looking at Rosaline. So Rose actually running the call. The better or the higher that you have these heroes built out, guys, really the more damage that they're doing. Next one is Rain. So Rain, of course, does have to have this 3 of 9 furniture. If you do not have the 3 of 9 furniture, you're not going to get that 30% increase in damage in there, which can result in a much, much lower number. Then, of course, guys, the twins. The twins running with the call. Their utility cannot be matched by pretty much any other hero when it comes to the haste buff, especially the whole entire battle. And this battle in particular, because remember, guys, Wrizz is level 1. If they scaled this to a much higher level, it could be an entirely different comp, but he is at level 1, meaning even here his combat rating is 2,299, so it is relatively low. So this is one of two formations that, again, players have been running, and they've been maximizing the damage. Now, I do not think at my level I'm going to be able to maximize that damage. We're only on 538 right now, which is another reason why we have really been pushing levels and really been pushing gaining levels, is to gain that combat rating and make my team much, much tougher. So we'll go ahead, we will auto battle this one the first time. So you're going to see the link right there between Saurus and between Scarlet. And guys, the damage, it almost looks like it's bugged out, like how slow it goes. But you can see here, guys, the damage just goes through the roof with Scarlet. It is absolute incredible, the amount of damage. And you'll also notice that players are not using Wrizz in here. Big thing with Wrizz, guys, is Wrizz is pretty reliant on the minions breaking the shield. So if you don't have the opportunity, or if the boss is not doing enough damage to actually break the shields, you're not going to be able to maximize the damage that you have in there. And remember, it was, I believe, 100 billion last time. I think 100 billion was the cap that we've seen before. Even here, we've already done 3 times, probably going on almost 4 times the damage that we did before when it came to the boss itself. Unfortunately, in this one, we did lose Rain relatively early, which had a really big effect on the damage that we're putting out here. So let's check it out, guys. 351 billion damage. That's right, guys. And look at the healing. 1.03 billion damage there for the healing for Saurus. Again, a little bit of bad RNG right there with Rain going down so early. But you are getting increased gold, increased guild coins, which is nice. As far as the chest, guys, I really think that Lilith messed this up, I guess. I haven't been getting, and I know it's been kind of mutual between all of Discord and all of Reddit, that the actual treasure chests are not falling as much as they used to. And again, the loot here, guys, I'm super disappointed that they did not do anything with the loot to actually make it a little bit better, or actually up what you're doing. Once you're hitting these kind of numbers with the team, there's very minimal reason why the loot should be still as bad as it is. So run number 2, we're going to do the exact same team. Last run, I am going to change up the team a little bit, which again, guys, if we can keep Rain up this entire time, I feel like, because right here's the mark, guys. So when she marks the target, this is the 30% boost that we're getting here. If she goes down, I believe it does drop the mark. It doesn't keep it up the rest of the battle. And 1 stray bolt, guys, that's all it takes. 1 single stray bolt from Rain, or from Scarlet, and it will kill out a target like Rain. Even though she's geared, even though she's built, probably have to get her up a little bit higher, possibly a higher signature item, higher engraving, guys. But we have so many heroes within the AFK Arena to build, and you can see, guys, that the mark is gone. The little thing, the little wanted mark above her head. which is interesting because even when the twins get hit, it doesn't seem to have quite the effect. Rain, it seems like it's one shot. Again, just not having her built out to the point that I have to. It looks like here we might 402 right there. So I believe that is our best attempt so far. 402, yep, 395, 402. Then of course, guys, the final one actually drops out Rose. So you're actually dropping Wrizz out of here. So it is running with Scarlet, or no, it actually runs with Rose in here. So Scarlet Rose, so the same combination we've seen. You're dropping Saurus out of here, and then they're running Rain, and they're running Warwick again for the massive debuff that he brings. So you have two major boss buffers right here in the bottom. You have your insane damage dealer right here, which of course is going to ult much, much faster because of Wrizz being attached there with the call. And then we do have the twins. Warwick, of course, running with the Chaos Bringer. But this is a pretty strong team overall. We're going to see if we can break that 402 mark with this one. We're going to have to see exactly where we can kind of land with the damage on these heroes. And it seems, again, it kind of picks it up really slow. But Warwick did the same thing as Rain. And there goes Rain. So this attempt is going to be completely botched. Which you can stop it. I mean, you can try again. This one you can continue to try until you get the RNG to work. Once you get the RNG to work, you can actually do the auto battle. It's just getting it down to actually work. But this is the other formation, and this is the only other formation that we've actually seen it work where we maximize our damage. So this one, I am going to put Saurus back in here. I feel like it's doing far better. Maybe Rain being up top will help with a little bit of the survivability. Again, we don't have any engraving on Rain. We could definitely build her out considerably more, but short of this battle, there's not really much reason. I know she is used for a couple other parts of AFK Arena, but I'm really hoping to push the damage in here. Over the old loot, it's not really that much more loot out of here, which again, kind of disappointed that Lilith took the time and effort to add more damage to the boss when they didn't update the loot, when they didn't do anything else with them. I would ultimately like them to add a third boss. I think it would be really cool to do a third boss, kind of like instead of the guild bosses, they did the Cursed Realm, then they did the Twisted Realm. There could be a couple different variations of there to really honestly maximize the loot or maximize the damage. Because again, the gear we're getting out of here, guys, is absolutely nothing. I mean, there's not really a purpose for the gear short of enchanting. But for most players, especially if you're doing this daily and you're pushing a ton of damage in here, it doesn't really have that big of an impact with the gear that you're getting in here. I would like to see them do gold in here, a little bit more gold. I'd like to see them do possibly like essence in here. There's a lot of variations that they could actually do within here, again, to make it worth it. And I think every battle, guys, we're going to have Rain go down at some point. But the 400 billion damage mark is kind of crazy to hit. .319C going down early with Rain dying early. We're not going to hit that 400 mark. But again, a lot of it is going to be very dependent on levels, guys. All right, so best attempt was at 400. Right here, 400 billion damage. That is right, guys. 100 billion was the one before, was when you killed the boss. So now we're doing, 300 billion damage more. It's kind of crazy to see the amount of damage that you're putting out there. But there are a couple guildies down here that have done it, guys. BLK, Toku, and PNGN. Big shout out to them, guys. Again, running the combination, but it is levels, guys. They are level 700 plus at this point, which is absolutely crazy. And then Riser, the exact same, 700 plus in the levels. So they do have 170 levels on me to go ahead and build this out. Soren will be up pretty soon, which would be very cool to see. But guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you can maximize your damage on Wrizz. Again, I've really focused and built and said this time and time again on building out Rain is super important. Or excuse me, building out Scarlet is super important. You can also merc one of the heroes. So if you don't have Rain built, if you don't have the twins built, you can also merc that hero. If you don't have Saurus built, go ahead and merc that hero. I know a couple players did pick up copies of Saurus and did pick up copies of Scarlet that I had here. So guys, again, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you maximize the damage on here and pick up some more rewards out of here. I would absolutely love to see it. And as always, thank you guys for watching.